Welcome to Butter Tarot. This is the spiritual forecast for the sign of Cancer, and this is for the month of November. So, what I'm sensing for you, Cancer, is I had it on my tongue. Let me just tune into it. It was, yes, certain expectations that you have that might, you have an expectation, and you do your part to have that to come to fruition. Well, in the month of November, you're asked to trust more and allow the greater good to happen. So say that you think A will happen and B happens, but B will lead you to the thing that is actually the closest to your desire and the closest to your intention. You just don't see the bigger picture. So there's some kind of bigger picture that the universe is trying to assist you. The universe, I have no other word for it. That's why I use it in this context, but it's your higher self, or, we're all part of this beautiful spiritual energy, and you're always being assisted and readjusted and realigned to where you need to be, and trust a little bit more in that. That's what I get for you. So let's see what your cards have to say. Yes, a deeper sense of trust will allow you to free up some energy and get clarity on different levels. I think that's good. I'm going to actually cut your cards. So let's see here. Oh, okay. So let's just see your beautiful cards here. Okay, I can play with these cards all day. Interesting card. And up here. Okay. Make sure you can see your cards here. Yeah, they're not completely aligned here. Let's see. That's better. And for your medicine card, we'll turn that over. So for your medicine card, you have the armadillo. It's the 28, which is a 1. You have the, what is that called? The hermit in reverse. You have the chariot upright. You have the queen of discs in reverse. The moon card in reverse. The 7 of swords upright, the Hierophant in reverse, and the 7 of cups in reverse. Okay, so it is, so it's bringing yourself into a greater alignment. At the bottom of the deck, you have the disappointment card here. So let's just look really quick. Yeah, it is definitely about bringing yourself into a certain alignment. There could be a disappointment happening in the month of November. For some of you, that disappointment, you're really agitated by it, and you want to have that shifted to something different. You want to get back on your own plan. And actually, your reading is kind of funny because it's really saying that, to suspend that action of trying to realign and do everything if it's not in balance with who you are. So suspend that action and allow it to take you to the right place. So of all your cards here, you do have the chariot, and the chariot is like a card where it's an assistance. It's like, for some people, that means they're going to get a new car that month. But for some people, it's an assistance where it's in the natural energy flow, so things will unravel and take you to the place that you want to go. And sometimes an epiphany will help you guide yourself to the place where you want to go. So a little bit more channeled living is required in November. I say all months, but in November it's good to listen to within. It's like you're not hearing the counsel from many moons ago of of what you need to be expressing for yourself. So there's something that's held, you're holding back within yourself. Things have happened. You have certain expectations that weren't met with. And the guidance is it could be for your highest good. You have the armadillo. You're safe. You have always been great at protecting yourself. But so in one hand, the armadillo is saying that you're safe this month, and on the other hand, it's saying there's no need for protection. You don't have to roll up like an armadillo does. There's no need for protecting yourself. There is a safety net. This is more about. This is more about that there's a key to be met here. It's about two things. There's more about learning to listen to yourself on a higher level. You haven't been doing that. The Hermit is in reverse here. And when you do that, there will emerge several new keys, several new aspects to yourself. We have the Moon card. So it is definitely something that you can use. You have four major arcanas in this. So the month of November is a great month for you. You will gain knowledge, some kind of knowledge about yourself that you can use for the future. You'll learn, hey, even though I have this expectation, because I haven't been tuned into myself, that might not be the greatest thing. And while you allow new possibilities to emerge, or you follow your new epiphany, that is where you're going to get rid of a lot of doing things, repeating things, and not getting anywhere. And just, there's some kind of frustration that might occur. There's some kind of pattern where, when that pattern emerges, it ends with a certain frustration. Month of November, there's an aspect that can be shifted, it's no longer necessary for that reoccurring disappointment. And there's a piece to the puzzle. There's something that you can shift in the month of November for your highest. It is something for your highest good, of course, but there's a shift of consciousness. That emerges maybe out of a disappointment, maybe out of something that, an expectation that wasn't met. There's something to do with that, but it is a huge blessing. So getting that blessing is important. We're going to shift him so you really acknowledge and receive that blessing. So we're doing a realignment of you, and it is going to shift the way that, it's almost like the mechanism to which you do things. You're going to surprise the universe by doing, or yourself or people around you, by doing something, making lemonade out of lemons, for example. There's some kind of shift where you're going to, get a great idea and readjust your own situation. So, and that is going to bring you forward back on your path. And for some of you, something more amazing than you would ever have expected will emerge from your realignment here, from your little awakening in November. I hope that makes sense for you guys. It made sense for me in my head. So I wish you a great month of November, Cancer, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.